Hi, my name is Caspin, and I have a problem. I have too many computers. So to help me to solve that problem, I bought another computer. So as the saying goes, sometimes things need to get worse before they can get better. Okay, looking at what we already have, we have my 2018 Mac Mini. Down here we have my custom gaming PC in a rack mount case. Then I have my Nook. And I also have my 2009 Mac Pro down here. So this is going to replace 3 of my machines, hopefully. The Mac Mini, which is my daily Mac OS driver. I use that for pretty much everything. This should be at least comparable in performance, even though it's much older. It does have, a 12-core Xeon. It's got dedicated graphics. This is a dual D700 model. So I should do fine replacing the Mac Mini. As far as the older Mac Pro, the only thing I really use that for is running older the Pro apps. I have Final Cut Studio 2, which has Final Cut 6. I don't use it that often. I just have to sometimes, very old projects I have to sometimes update them for a client or something. And I also have Adobe CS6 applications on there. That I only use for Encore, really, because they got rid of that on the Creative Cloud stuff. And then for the Nook, I use that for my Minecraft server running Windows. And I use that for some other games sometimes that I'm not using on my gaming machine. So I'm just gonna, I don't do that too often. So I can get away with, not using 2 machines. I can dual boot this one into Windows for when I need to do that. Okay, the first thing I need to do is transfer everything from my Mac Mini to this machine. So I should just be able to connect it via Thunderbolt and use the file transfer stuff on Mac OS to just handle that. The mouse and keyboard. You have a Thunderbolt 2 cable and a Thunderbolt 3 to Thunderbolt 2 adapter. So I can plug this end into the Mac Mini, plug this end into the Mac Pro. Got my USB thumb drive with Big Sur on it. And lastly, we need power. Okay, while that loads, we can start the transfer here. Migration Assistant. And back over here. I'm going to do disk utility and erase the disk. Install macOS Big Sur. Okay, so there's Mac Mini, transfer from. Okay, it looks like it's about 137 gigabytes to transfer. What I think I'm going to do is take this shelf here and move it to the top slot. And I'm going to set the Mac Pro on top, sticking up like that. Okay, this is what I settled on. I have a 1U shelf in the top slot for the Mac Pro and the direct attached storage that is sitting on top of my NAS. The NAS has rails that go front to back, so that adds extra support for that top shelf. And then I've taken the shelf I had on the back that had the switch on it. I put that in a third slot that has my audio interface on it. Then we have the capture card, and then a 2U shelf that has just storing my optical drive and the floppy drive, and another shelf just for general storage. I just threw my GameCube on there just so it wasn't empty. And then there's my gaming PC and the Xserve, and in the bottom the drawers. Here's the old Mac Pro. In the top, I had the optical drive and a 4 terabyte hard drive. I'm not going to reuse that. I had an SSD for Windows. This is the old OS Mountain Lion. I had 2 1 terabyte drives for general storage. This is a Blackmagic Intensity Pro 4K capture card. A 4-port USB 3. My NVMe adapter that had Mojave installed on it. And the graphics card. This is the Mac Edition 7950. It's got this fan on it because when I bought this, I bought it used. And then when the person shipped it to me, they didn't pack it properly and the fan arrived broken. And the bracket on here was a little bit bent. So I just straightened this out and I pulled this fan off a different video card. And it works perfectly fine. We have 2 Xeon X5690s. Those are 6-core, 3.46 gigahertz. We have 6 8GB sticks of RAM for 48 gigs total. Overall, it's a nice machine, but it doesn't support newer OSs. It's big, uses a lot of power, and it doesn't fit on my rack anywhere. So right now we need to take this disk and we need to update it to Mavericks first, and then I can move it to the new Mac Pro. Okay, so here we are on the old Mac Pro still with Mountain Lion. We have our Final Cut Studio apps. This is Final Cut Studio 2, so it has Final Cut Pro 6. It has DVD Studio Pro 4, Soundtrack Pro, Motion. Then I have the iLife apps. iLife 08, I believe. Yeah, 08. And then we have CS6 for all the Adobe apps. But we need to update it here first to Mavericks, as that's the earliest version that works with the newer Mac Pro. And here we are with Final Cut 6 running on the new Mac Pro. Well, that was me upgrading to a new Mac Pro. Thanks for watching.